Now, I don't mess with them folks. They better not call my phone. I don't never want to see him again. I don't care what happens to him. In fact, I don't even want to know if anything does happen to him. In fact, I don't want to hear ever again. Y'all know the answer to this?
Y'all.
It's forgiveness. And let me tell you now, if you don't want to forgive and let go, then I guess you're going to carry it with. Take it and go. I guess you're going to carry all these backpacks full of bricks as long as your life loads. I mean, you don't want to carry the wrong loads. As your life progresses, you don't want to carry all of these loads, all of these things that are making it harder to go. And this is where we have the conversation of forgiveness. Someone did this to me. That was their fault. No, because if it was me, I would have. So I know that. Save yourself. Save yourself by coming to the awareness that nothing outside of you can harm you. It's only harm done within that causes things from without. Now, I know it's hard to say that with your mouth, especially when you're in a situation that's not your fault or it's not what you said it was. It's like if I said what this was, we would just be coming together. You're the one that has a problem. Like, it's all about letting go. Because the practice of letting go is the opportunity to acknowledge and to release. Now, sometimes forgiveness looks like letting go to never be released again. But releasing is also allowing for the mind to let go of the qualities of experience. That something new can be had, something different can be experienced. That's how it goes. So if you want to walk around with all these problems, all these things that people have done, then I guess you're just going to be walking around with what you want as long as you want. That's all of it. That's all of it. That's all. That's all. That's all. And you don't want to carry the wrong things. Nobody wants to. So let's make the right choices. How do we forgive? Well, first, we have to come to the acknowledgement. Blessed and beloved children of God. Blessed and beloved son and daughter of the Most High. You got to be able to look at what you're seeing and know what you observed. There are so many different states that we find ourselves when we move through this human life. I know about them. Not all of them though, but because I like to move how I like to. But we have a lot of states. A state could be Michigan. not one of those states. Not the 50 states. There's only one state. It's a united consciousness. So it's a united state of consciousness. And within the whole consciousness, you have a small piece of sad that you could be feeling. Or you have a little piece of, not so fulfilled you could be feeling. You have a piece of, I'm a little bit unseen. Nobody noticed me. I'm misunderstood. You have a little piece of, I'm bitter. That's my fucking, no, you're not about to, you might have a little vengeful. There's so many different states, right? But the whole thing about forgiving is allowing for the wholeness to come. The wholeness is when you give forward that by which you was carrying in the back so that you could be released of the past. Then it's like, oh, my shoulders are not carrying burdens of bricks. It's like I like the word I like to say. People be carrying bricks walking around with this. Like, in 1792, y'all didn't. And they be carrying that shit. So, you gotta know, like, I don't have to carry this. I have to reason with myself. I have to reason with my higher self. I have to reason with God. I have to reason with the presence of love that is here, enveloping every single moment I'm having. And allow myself to understand, and create an understanding. The understanding of this is I understand why this happened this way. I see why this is here now. And I'm going to do what I find is right in alignment to allow for this to pass. And if you want to hold it together or hold it with yourself, you're just keeping your judgment. You have to let that. You have to let that. You have to let that. And it's important because we may experience so many things in this loading, I like to call it, in this loading called life progression, right? And it's like, we don't know how much we can grow if we hold ourselves back. I'll show you how that looks. It's really about judgment. Because if you create a judgment, you create a constraint in the time space with your logic, okay? And this basically means, well, back then this happened, so this means. So basically, you're here right now, 2020, however the numbers are, and you're using your reasoning from this constraint from however long ago to justify how you gonna go and be about the holy business today. See, this is called holding yourself back because you created constraint, you know, and the constraint was that judgment. They stole my money. And they very well did use your card without asking you. I'm not arguing that. I'm not arguing that. But can we investigate the holes in your vibrational cord that allows for certain things like this to happen? Can we investigate the level of intimacy that one's having with their own conscious reasoning that you allow for this opening of vulnerability for someone to access your card and use it? Can we talk about the way that you didn't secure your information? You understand? See? Because when we focus on the outside and we forget about all the other fingers, it's like 100,000 fingers on the backside of my wrist pointing at me right now. It's called my arms. And if I was standing where my arms are and I was watching my things, maybe nobody would have got the money, okay? So you very much well in jeopardy, the same way the people who wronged you was in jeopardy. So I think it's better all to get it to the Lord, you know what I'm saying? So just go ahead and let it all go, because you can't actively hold this person to what they did and have access to both your hands. I mean, I'm just saying what it is, y'all, at this point, because you cannot be so, like, hoarding of knowledge and logical facts of timestamps that you neglect the entire canvas of God's anointed glory and love and expansion and beauty and power and development of your own life. Like, come on, like. So you want to get rid of these constraints? That's called forgiveness. Now, I'm just saying what the words are, okay? You better be about the holy business, because, I mean, that's what we're here for. I feel like if we're going to be here, that's what we're going to holy business. But let me just tell you, this is what forgiveness is for. Now, we can go into so many different perceptions around how this thing happened, because I have this constraint, because and it could be some real shit, because most of the times it is. The only thing I have to ask you is, what are you in favor for? The past or the future? The choice is yours. And however long you've been choosing basically sounds like you forgive, if that's the word, help me Lord. If you forgave, if you forgiven, or if you regretted, or if you resented, or if you bitter. I was bitter once. And that's the facts. So let's tune into that restraint and constraint, and let's let it flow, because that's how we let things go. I am super excited. This is your brother Gademshi here with Light Power, just allowing for us to know that we can lighten the load, especially in terms of forgiveness. So with that being said, I appreciate y'all for tuning into this video. You like vibes like this? Oh, that's all we got over here. So you might as well know what to do with that red button they talk about. And you also might want to see the thumbs up below, because let me say, the world needs to know what we talking about. You dig what I'm saying? So with that also stated, stay tuned for the new ebook. And if you've waited, it's only going to be a little bit more. I had the little backdated. But it's called The ABCs of Awakening, and you'll find forgiveness on the letter F page. And I'm just saying what it is, y'all. Like, I'm just saying what it is. I'm just saying what it is. And I hope and pray and claim that you have been enriched today, and your choice of forgiveness will never be the same, unless you've already been forgiven all this way. And I guess it's going to stay the same. You're never going to let it change. You're going to allow things to be let go, because you already know. Peace, wholeness, and endless blessings. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.